You are watching and listening to Chris at Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here. Now be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV by subscribing on YouTube and following them on social media for all the latest Leicester City news and information. Come on you foxes!
Back of the net.
You're watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow and join in now.
Right, Chris.
All right, they're back. Good evening, fellow Fox fans. How the devil are you? Welcome along. It's back. It is the Big Fat Quiz of the Week with the Big Fat host. That's me, of course. How are you? No football this weekend, so we're going to have a bit of fun. It is Leicester Till I Die TV. You can find us live on Twitter at Leicester TID, Facebook Leicester Till I Die the group, and YouTube Leicester Till I Die TV. If you're not watching on YouTube, please pop over there, and if you are, please don't forget, smash the likes for us and give us a subscribe. You know I like my buttons to be tweaked. It makes me happy. And if you sooner listen, and we are bringing in, how can I describe him? The older woman's totty, if you like, later, Craig. So you may not want to just listen. You may want to watch as well. But if you do want to listen, we're on podcasts, all the major platforms, including Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google, Anchor, Spotify, and I'll try that again. I cleaned my teeth this morning, can't do a thing with them. Podcast Addict. And what's probably easier is just if you've got a smart speaker, just ask yours to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die. But you have to say the podcast. Don't ask me why. I think if you don't, you actually end up getting a load of funeral directors popping round. So tonight, it's Brighton. How are they going to do? Well, we'll find out. But first of all, I did mention him earlier. He is, like I say, the older woman's totty. Good evening, Craig.
Good evening, Chris. How old are we talking?
Well, I mean, all I can say is have a defibrillator handy.
Yeah, I thought you might do. How you doing anyway?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. Hope everyone out there is okay as well without any club football for a couple of weeks.
I don't know. It's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, half of them are probably that have gone away. It's an international week, so it's not like they're going to have a week off together. Half of them are going to probably come back with COVID, and the other half are going to come back injured.
Well, there's one or two who are just playing pool from what I've seen today. So,
well, I don't know. Knowing Leicester's luck, if it's a Leicester player, he'll get a ball in the eye or something. It's not safe. But we are playing Brighton, so let's welcome him in. It's Russell from the Brighton Rock Pod, at Brighton Rock Pod. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Well, hello. Hello to Craig. Great to meet you. And thanks for having me back on, Chris. It's great to see you. How the devil are you, to borrow someone else's catchphrase?
I know it is becoming the catchphrase. I am very well, and please don't think that we've had you on just sort of to get revenge for the match. I don't want you sort of thinking that, but just in case, I do have my VAR camera ready. Just in case there's any questions that, we're not a bit too sure about, I have got VAR there just in case. But this is you've seen the table. Oh, there's more to come. Believe you me, Russell. There's more to come. We're very sore losers here at Leicester. I should point that out. You're number 12. You're 12, and I know you were quite happy to see Southampton propping up the table there. And it's nice to see Man United down there.
Oh, it's always nice to see Man United low in the table, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed. And of course, this I'm surprised Arsenal did very well, because this is what Arsenal are more known as, being pointless. Oh, bum. That's good. That's one for the ladies there. Craig dressed up. And I can just say, I should say, in fairness to Craig, he's not pointless. There is a point in him being here.
Thanks, Chris.
Yes. And when I know what it is, I'll be able to take advantage of it.
Is it to laugh at your jokes? Might be that, might it?
It could be.
That's not going to happen.
You are contractually obliged, Craig. You
I'm
should
the
know
placebo effect.
Yes. So I can mute you, you know. Andrew then would have no show. He knows he's pretty safe. We'll say a few hellos. Good evening, Doug. How are you, sir? Welcome along. From the Dugout Football Channel, get over there, give it a follow. TM, Spurs fan, good evening. Seems like ages. It does seem like, ages since Spurs won a trophy. You're quite right. Quite right, it is. It's also ages since we've seen you, TM. Wonderful to have you on. Thanks for joining us. Doug says, hello, Chris Tarrant and Bradley Walsh. I don't know who's who, but and he says international breaks are snooze fests. I think we should have a Newcastle fan on and actually say exactly to the penny how much they've been bought out for.
Well, they'll buy the quiz, wouldn't they? Now they just buy you all out. Win it.
No, this is true. They'd be able to bribe me, tell you. Not bitter, but for a bonus point, can your guest name the moron on the VAR box when we last played Brighton? Oh dear, it was cheap. What was it? I'm trying to think what the ape was called in Tarzan.
Oh, Cheetah. Yeah.
Cheetah, that's it. Yes. TM, I'm always nice. Come on, now don't say I'm not. Nice is my middle name. Oh, his head's gone down.
My head's gone down. Yeah, I mispoured earlier on.
He was trying to be really, really cool earlier and actually pour a pint. We weren't live, and it was like 3/4 head.
This Chris is my special Seagulls Over London tankard. We're members of Seagulls Over London, supporters group in London for Brighton fans. Just got this recently, so it's my new toy.
Very nice.
Be careful it doesn't leak.
You're not based around the Crystal Palace area, are you?
No. Can't be doing that, I'm afraid. Yes. Unpleasant business.
Right. Well, it is the quiz. I mean, I've sort of explained the rules, but for anybody watching, it's been a while. Do you want to go through them, Craig?
No, I'm going to big up your role. Go on, Chris.
In other words, Craig's forgotten the rules as well, but, which is a bit worrying. Contestants must be on camera, as indeed you are. As I did say, there's no timer on the answers, but if you take in that long that I've had time to go and have a wee and come back again, then we will time you out. But you've got 20 questions with a maximum of 60 points. You end with the 10 home questions, which are worth 2 points each. In the middle are 5 away or general football questions about England or other teams, which are worth 3 points each. But we start you off with 5 Leicester City questions, which are worth 5 points each. You have 3 lifelines, one of them which is asked me, and that's why we put the Leicester City ones first, because I don't want to sort of get the question wrong, as in the major one who wants to be a millionaire, so that you don't go higher than us. You got a second guess, where if you can't decide between 2 and you get 1 and it's wrong, you can have another guess. Or if you just don't like the question at all, you can switch the question. And the host decisions are final. I have actually tried that with Brad to try and switch the Quizmaster, but it doesn't work. He keeps coming back. And if you do really, really bad on the question, I have got this ready to go.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I've got a feeling we'll be seeing that.
Oh, have confidence. We're going to start the quiz, though, straight after this.
It's the Big Fat Football Quiz with Leicester Till I Die TV. So you think you know your football? Well, let's see.
So I'll hand you over now to Mr. Game Show himself, Craig, who will start off with the questions.
Right. Thanks for having a go, Russell. It's all about having a go, isn't it? And I'm looking at these questions now, and I'm thinking, because we've been away, I'm thinking I've been a little bit kind, but you know,
that'll be a first. That will be a first.
It will be a first. But anyway, every question's easy if you know the answer. So
this is true.
Right, let's get cracking. First set of questions on Leicester City. Don't forget you have your 3 lifelines, including Ask Chris, which sometimes goes well on these Leicester ones, but not always. It's not a guaranteed gimme, that's for sure.
No, not at all.
Okay, question number 1. In Leicester's 7 Premier League fixtures this season, how many have they failed to score?
Ooh. This season, that's going to be... Oh, that's thrown me off already. Right, I would say... He scored against Palace, scored against us. Trying to remember who else you played now. I guess it's probably going to be worthy of a guess. At this stage, I think, I'll have to go with a guess. I'm gonna say 2.
Okay, that is incorrect. Now, you can have a second guess, or you can ask Chris.
Okay.
I have to have a look at Chris now before I suggest.
You can't ask me once you've given an answer.
Oh, right, of course you're giving an answer. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, yeah.
But I have to have a look at him, because sometimes he's sitting there shaking his head thinking, no, please don't ask me.
No.
But you can have a second guess, or you can save that.
If I'm no good, this happens. I go down and try and hide. Is it 1, Craig?
Well, after Russell's not said whether he's having his second guess, I can't tell you whether that's right or wrong yet.
Well, just to ask, so if I don't take a second guess, there's an advantage to that by having another second guess later, is that?
Yeah, you only get 1, so you either use it now or you save it for later.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know what? I might just go with 1. I'm going to have a second guess on 1.
Yeah. It's a very good decision. I'm not sure how you decided to use that one.
I cocked up there. I'm
sorry I had to take that one.
Yeah. It's only 1. We lost 1-0 to Manchester City. Okay, 5 points on the board. There you go.
Can I just say, by the way, that anybody who wants to take part that's watching, nobody can see the comments except me, so you don't help by answering. You're not helping anybody, so feel free to join in, and we go back at the end of each section and have a look at some of your answers.
It's wise to say that the only person helping you is Chris, so we'll just clear that up. Anyway, question 2.
Oh, it's a good start.
In what position did Leicester finish in the Premier League the season after they won the title? So that's the 2016-17 season. As defending champions, where did we finish?
I've got a feeling from memory that you may have slipped down a reasonable amount because of the European campaign. And I've got a feeling, I've got a figure in my head. I don't know if this is going to be right, but I may as well guess it. I'm going to go with 8th.
That would have been much better than we did, to be fair. We actually finished. Chris, do you know where we finished?
I'm going to get... It was the worst ever position by defending Premier League champions. And I have a feeling it was 11th, because I think Chelsea finished 10th, and they were the next worst when they sacked Mourinho.
We actually finished 12th.
Oh.
We were, yeah.
The story's right about us being the worst ever.
Worst ever. Okay. Question 3. Can you put these 3 players in order of the number of goals they scored for Leicester City during their career? That's Gary Lineker, Alan Smith, and Emil Heskey. So starting with the player who scored the most, can you put them in order?
That's a tough one, isn't it? Because I can't remember offhand how long Gary was with you guys, so that makes things tricky. So it's him, Emil Heskey, and Alan Smith. Right, I reckon I'm going to actually say Alan Smith top, Gary Lineker second, and Emil Heskey third.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. Chris?
I thought you keep coming to me with these, don't you?
I know.
I'm not shaking my head enough. And I thought you said these questions were easy. My God, actually hard ones.
These have got to be the hardest, haven't they, so far?
Yeah, these are the hard ones. Yeah.
But these are hard for Leicester fans as well. I would guess, and this is a total guess, Lineker. I think Lineker Smith Heskey.
Yeah, that's right. Lineker scored 103, Smith 84, and Emil only got 46 during his time with us.
So how long was Gary Lineker with you guys then? Because that's the bit I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure, but I think he was with us for a sort of
three or
7-8 seasons. I got a feeling he was. He
right.
broke in quite young. I think he was 17 or 18 when he broke in. To the
so he's
first
notching
team.
up goals earlier on as well, right? Yeah. That's what I did mean.
No worries. Okay, question number 4. Who beat Leicester 1-0 in their most recent Europa League match?
Oh, God. I have to confess, I've not been watching much Europa League. It's one of those things, isn't it? If you're not in it, you've been it kind of thing. Most recent Europa League 1-0. So that I'm trying to remind me, is that this season?
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, who was it you played? Any clues?
No. Unfortunately, we have to be fair to everyone else who's been before.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I did give a clue once to the Southampton fan, but I took it back off him. So later. Have we still got the Ask Chris, or was that used earlier?
No, we haven't used that. Yeah, it's a good point, actually. I think I might ask Chris on this one because I've got no idea, and you've probably got a pretty good chance of knowing this. So let's go with Ask Chris.
Oh, no. Ask Chris is the wrong question.
Don't tell me you're not watching the Europa League as well. It's supposed to be your team. What's going on?
We've chosen not to now.
Yes, we have. It was indeed Legia Warsaw.
It was indeed Legia Warsaw. Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Just building the tension up there.
Yeah. Finally, question 5. So you've used 2 of your lifelines. You've still got the sub question that you can bring on. You can only use it once, but you can use it in any of the categories. So
it doesn't have to be for the Leicester ones.
Yeah.
Right.
So question 5. 2 of England's greatest ever goalkeepers both played for Leicester City, Gordon Banks and Peter Shilton. But they also both left Leicester to join the same club. Who was that club?
Right. So I'm going to go with, I'll just go flat out guess here. Is it Stoke City?
It was indeed Stoke City. Yeah, Banks joined in 1967 and Shilton in 1974.
I didn't know Shilton played there. That's why the guess element. But right. Okay. Good.
Well done.
Happy with that.
Yeah,
that was very impressive. That was.
Yeah, but wait till I get all the Brighton ones wrong, though.
Yeah.
Well, we have had that position before. Doug is joining in down the side. He went 2, and of course it was 1. He went 10th, and it was 12th, which was the same as yourself, Russell. Heskey, Smith, Lineker, just reversed that, Doug, and you'd have got a point. But he came good at the end at Legia Warsaw and Stoke City. Mm-hmm. So he's done well. So 15 points, I believe, Craig.
It is 15 points. That's a very solid start. So you're only 10 behind the Southampton guy.
Yes.
And you've got a much nicer shirt on than he had, if I remember.
Was it famously bad? It wasn't a Saints top, was it?
Well, yes, it was, but not one of the kits. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that. Bad memories are coming back.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Excellent. Well done. Great start. 15 points. general football now are for 3 points each, and you still have your switch question. You can bring on a sub at any point. So let's bring you in easy, shall we? Question number 1. Which club is currently top of the championship?
That's Bournemouth.
It is Bournemouth, indeed. South Coast rivals. Although you're quite a way apart, aren't you, really?
No, yeah. People that Sky like to pick that one up, but it's really... Yeah.
I always think when you're looking at Crystal Palace as being your derby game, I mean, you might as well have Calais nearer to you.
Well, Palace is the nearest club. Well, it was, apart from Crawley, if you count Crawley.
Yeah.
In terms of the traditional rivals, they're the nearest. Yeah.
Well.
Right.
Okay. Question number 2. Which 2 teams will contest the Nations League final in the San Siro Stadium on Sunday evening?
Oh, I didn't follow all of what happened yesterday. I know that France beat Belgium, so France. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, is it Spain that got in?
It is Spain, yeah. It's Spain.
Excellent.
They beat Italy. Yeah. 100% in this round so far, Russell.
Is it France and Spain? Sorry, the answer to that.
France and Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Which player has scored in the most FA Cup finals?
In history?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So not the most goals in FA Cup finals, but in different FA Cup finals.
Oh, okay. So how many different cup finals? Right.
Yeah, how many different FA Cup finals? Yeah.
That's a tough one. It's got to be somebody who's probably... I'm thinking maybe a club man that's been in one club for quite a while and they've got to a few finals. Could be something like that, maybe. This is a toughie.
You still have your sub question if you want to bring that in.
Which is just to flip it to a completely different question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it could be easier. It could be harder.
Do you know what? I might use that. I think I'll flip it because I really don't know on that one. I'll be guessing. Okay. So, yeah.
Who would you have guessed at?
I think I'll be thinking of something like a Liverpool or Arsenal player. Someone like it could even be someone like Ian Rush or somebody like that. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Ian Rush is a good shout for who has scored the most goals in cup finals, but not different cup finals. Chrissy, any idea?
Absolutely none. I'm guessing it's gonna be. It's gonna be like Russell said, somebody from a big team because then I'm thinking, like you say, they've got to have gone from one big team to another. I can't think of actual finals. It's actual finals, isn't it? We're talking about.
It was actually Didier Drogba who scored in 4 different cup finals.
Wow.
But you've played the sub, so no loss there. This is also a question about record breaker. So, which player holds the record for scoring for the most different Premier League clubs with 7 between the seasons 2000 and 2001 and the 2013-14 seasons? So he scored for 7 different Premier League clubs during that period.
7 different clubs. That's mad, isn't it? Whoever this is, that's insane. One figure springs to mind straight away, but I'm not sure if it goes to 7. I'll mention who that is in a minute in passing while I just think through here. It's always good quizzes, isn't it? It's just being focused on while you're thinking. How do you sort of sit there and say, yes.
Exactly.
7 different clubs. So he scored goals for 7 different clubs in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, yeah.
I'm just thinking, I'm wondering if this is a journeyman defender or something funny like that, actually. There's been a few players, haven't there, that skipped around all over the place. Strikers.
I'm giving you my straight face here, Russell.
I'm getting VAR ready.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Or a midfield. Oh, hang on. Yeah, because it's got to be It could be someone like a midfielder here, couldn't it, as well? It's going to be something. Oh, journeyman. That's what I need to go for. Premier League journeyman.
We're going to have to time out soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm not completely sure. I'm not going to be able to come up with a decent name for defenders or midfielders, so I'm going to risk it with my original idea. Go with your first bet and all that, isn't it? Jermaine Defoe.
That's a very good guess. That is, it's wrong, but it's a very good guess. Oh, there's a Chris over in the corner with his hand up.
I just want to go toilet.
Yes.
No, I think the only one that springs to my mind of his 7 clubs is possibly Peter Crouch.
Another very good shout, but
That's a
also
good shout.
incorrect.
Really? Wow.
So this player, see if you know it after I name all the clubs. Coventry, Newcastle, Blackburn, Liverpool, West Ham, Man City and Cardiff.
Not Chris Sutton.
Correct. Not Chris Sutton.
No.
Could you say those names again? Those team names again?
Coventry,
Curious.
Newcastle, Blackburn, Liverpool, West Ham, Man City, Cardiff.
I think Doug's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Did he get it after I named all the clubs?
Yes. He went for, well, I presume so, because I don't look at the answers because I've got the other screens on. But he went for Defoe first as well.
All right, okay. Let's put you out of your misery. Who has he gone for?
He has gone for, I've just shut that down now. He has gone for Craig Bellamy.
Correct. It's Craig Bellamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I would never have got that.
And-
to be honest with you, maybe it's the Leicester in me, but I kind of forget that Coventry were actually ever in the Premier League.
Yeah, I can understand that.
They were never out of it, were they? Now they're never in it.
No.
So, yeah,
They're
7
in
different
something.
clubs. Never stayed anywhere long, Craig Bellamy. I don't know why that is. He was always such a pleasant lad. Sorry if you're watching, Craig, because you've got nothing better to do because nobody
He
will
speaks
let you
very
back in
nicely of you, by the way.
football. He does indeed.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on from that. Question 4. England started their 2022 World Cup qualifying campaign with a 5-0 victory over San Marino in March 2021. There were 4 different goal scorers in the game. Raheem Sterling and Calvert-Lewin with 2. Can you name either of the other 2 goal scorers?
Sterling. I'm not great with that sort of detail on England. I'm going to have to just guess one of the obvious ones. So I'll go with, it's a really obvious one, Harry Kane.
Okay. It wasn't Harry Kane. No.
Yeah.
You got either of them, Chris?
No,
No.
not a fan of England qualifiers
International
and
football,
playing
yeah.
things like that.
It was the first goal was scored by James Ward-Prowse, and the other one was Ollie Watkins of Villa.
I knew that wasn't going to be as easy as Harry Kane.
No, yeah. I could have gone for a double bluff, couldn't I? In which case you would have come through. Yeah. So last question in this round. Who is the oldest outfield player to have appeared in the Premier League this season?
This season.
Surely not. I've got a name in mind. I'm going to have a think for a second here. Premier League this season. So anything sub appearances could be anything, as long as they've turned up on. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what my instinct was to go with the cheeky one and think of Ronaldo. That's not my answer yet, though. I'm still thinking. I've got to think through who the goalkeepers are to start with.
Well, it's an outfield player.
Oh, sorry, outfield player.
Outfield
Sorry,
player.
yeah.
In the top 5, 4 of them are goalkeepers of most of the oldest players in the Premier League this season. So this is the oldest outfield player.
I think if you give me 10 minutes, I would get the right answer for definite. So I'm not going to spend 10 minutes here because I'll be timed out. So I'm just going to say Ronaldo.
Okay. No, Ronaldo is 36. This player turned 37 on the 22nd of September and has made 5 appearances for Chelsea. It's Thiago Silva. He's actually 37.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never have got that. Never have got that at all.
No. The easy ones are coming. Don't worry.
Oh, mate.
He said, "Yeah, we just don't know." He's been saying that for 11 weeks. You know?
He didn't say this episode, did he?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Doug got Bournemouth correct there. And he also says Russell Potter was robbed of the manager of the month. I was trying to think who the hell Russell Potter was.
Russell Potter. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't play for one of the big 6, does he? You know.
Yeah. Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bournemouth is correct, and please, Bournemouth, please get promoted because you're literally 10 minutes drive away for me, and it's the one game I can get to. Doug also got Spain and France. He also got Didier Drogba. CG says, great questions, Craig.
Thank you, CG.
I think CG is somehow an acronym for Craig. I think he's saying that himself.
Craig the Great.
Yeah. Yeah, well, as long as you think so.
Even I don't.
Jermaine Defoe, which was obviously wrong. Andrew, good evening, sir. How the devil are you? Welcome along. Then he went for Marcus Bent, and then he finally, as we say, got Craig Bellamy. He went for Connor Cody, who it wasn't. He went for Jordan Henderson, who has only got one for England, and I do know it wasn't that game. Mark Noble. Andrew had a second guess at James Milner. And Terry says the questions are easy when Craig gives us the answer.
Exactly, Terry. Exactly.
Yes.
I'm glad you worked it out.
Yeah. Connor, all the way from the US of A. Good evening, sir. How the devil are you? Thanks a lot for joining us. And TM has to go. So thanks for popping in, TM. As always, you stay as long as Spurs stay top of the league. She knows us by now. She knows it. She wouldn't come in. She wouldn't come in if it upset. No, TM, as always, thanks for popping on and take care of yourself, and we will see you soon. So I think it was 2 in that section, was it not?
Yeah. 6 points, taking the total to 21.
Yep. Craig doesn't trust me with the scores now because I think I got them wrong the other week.
So how am I doing? Is this lower mid-table average at the moment? How am I doing?
Difficult to say. I mean, we've only had one person, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, who got all of their team's questions right. And I think that was the Everton fan. But the good news is, obviously, you only need 2 right to at least tie with Southampton. So any more than 2, and you're pushing them off the screen.
I think he needs more than 2 because Southampton are on 25.
Yeah, he's on 21. 2 points
each.
Of
Course he is. Yeah, this is why I don't do the scores. Oh God, I don't know about Craig. I'm pointless. I'll tell you.
You just stay there and look pretty, Chris. We'll do the quiz.
I don't know if I'm pointless. I'm definitely bloody clueless. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I have Craig on for a reason. It's because he's good and he knows what he's doing.
Shall we press on with the Brighton questions?
Oh, go on then.
Here we go.
This could be embarrassing.
2 points each. I think all your lifelines are gone, unfortunately. So it's down to you and you alone. Okay. Question number 1. The club is universally recognised as the Seagulls. But between this nickname, this nickname was christened in 1977. But between 74 and 77, the club's nickname and crest featured a different animal. What was it?
I'm not going to do an impersonation of one. That could be quite amusing, but it's a dolphin.
It is, yeah. I saw that badge for the first time the other day. Yeah, not the
bit
best,
quick.
was it, that one? But yeah, you were known as the Dolphins for a while. Yeah. Off to a
As
good
indeed
start.
a Poole Town now, which is a
Are they?
very
Dolphins.
very good non-league club, may I add.
Yeah, excellent. Question number 2. Pascal Gross has to date played over 130 games for Brighton, but from which club was he bought in I've got the wrong year there.
Yeah, not
2017. Sorry, not 19. That's for sure. So from which club was he bought in 2017?
He's the oldest outfield player, by the way.
Exactly. For a fee of 3 million. Shall I read that whole thing again?
Go on then, I'll give you more
Pascal
time to
Gross
think.
has to date played over 130 games for Brighton, but from which club was he bought in 2017 for a fee of 3 million?
Oh, this is really annoying. I should know this. I did know this. I've forgotten. He's so part of the furniture now at Brighton. I've forgotten he ever played for anyone else now.
Yeah.
Definitely from Germany. And I think it wasn't a massive club, so I'm going to go with Ingolstadt.
It was FC Ingolstadt 04. Well
That's
done.
all right. I'm quite pleased with that because I really had forgotten.
I changed that. I was originally going to go with Trossard, which club he came from, but I switched it at the end. I thought Trossard was a bit more recent, so it would be known, that one. And you got him from the same club we got Ndidi from, which is Genk. Right?
That's right, yeah.
Question number 3. Brighton have had 3 Irish managers in their history. Pat Sayward was the first in the years 1970 to 73. The most recent, Chris Hughton, 2014 to 2019. But who was the other?
Oh, hang on. Let's think. So, who am I missing out? Should know this. Going blank, painful. This is the one I really didn't want to get wrong. This kind of question. So it would have been. So we had what we've had. We've had Clough with Peter Taylor. We had Murray. We've had Jimmy Melia. It's probably of Irish descent somewhere, but he's not. I don't think that's what you meant. We've had Mike Bailey, who I don't think was Irish. Barry Lloyd, Mickey Adams, Russell Slade, Gus Poyet. Lots and lots of managers, none of whom I can think of who are Irish. How long have I got?
Chris is on the clock. Yeah,
literally about 15 seconds max. It's
this is going to kill me if I don't get this. Oh no! Right, here we go. Come on, think, Russell, think. Who have I overlooked? Somebody really obvious.
we need an answer now, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I can't think. I can't think of it now. I'll have to pass on that.
Okay, no worries. Between the years 1993 and 1995, Liam Brady.
Oh, God, of course. Should have got that.
It's amazing how everybody, when they get one wrong, got on its own.
Exactly, as soon as you hear it.
Yeah, you overthink them sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 4. Brighton won the Charity Shield in 1910, whilst they were still in the Southern League. But who did they beat 1-0 to lift the trophy?
I do know that one. That's a relief. It is the delectable Aston Villa.
It is Aston Villa. So the Charity Shield at that time was contested between the winners of the Football League and the winners of the Southern League.
Champions of England.
Yes, indeed.
English Super Cup.
We did it a century earlier than you guys.
Yeah.
Can I just say, you are now not bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Is this the last round? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's good then. That's good.
Okay, question 5. Following on from that, in what year were Brighton elected to the Football League as part of the new 3rd division?
Right. I think that would be. I think it's 1920.
Is that your answer? You're looking quizzical. Is that or are you just throwing that out there to try and bait me?
Well, let's get give me a few seconds just to Just to think if I'm recalling this. It's been a while since I've looked into that. It's definitely somewhere around there. It's yeah, I'll stick with that. 1920.
Well done for sticking with it. It was 1920.
Excellent, brilliant.
Well done.
Lower mid-table, I think, maybe.
Yeah. Question number 6. Who was the last player transferred on a permanent deal between Leicester and Brighton?
In that direction, Leicester to Brighton.
I'm not saying which direction.
Oh, so it could be either.
Just
either.
between Leicester and Brighton.
Right, gotcha. Okay, right. Well, first name that comes up is Leonardo Ulloa. So I'm just trying to think now if there's anyone since then. On a permanent deal, you said, Craig?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yep.
Is there someone I've missed? There's probably someone I've missed. Somebody incidental. It's going to be someone who we signed and made one appearance off the bench, and that's it. I bet it's something like that. We had, right, hang on. So Knockout was, then we had, Knockout was after that, wasn't he? I think. Hold on, was he? Knockout. So you won promotion in, I think it was 2014, I think. Is that right? And then
You're getting nothing from me, Russell.
I know, I'm trying my best. Right, it's not working. I think he came soon after that. And yeah, I think you signed him off the back of that season. You got promoted. I'm going to go with Knockout.
Unfortunately, you should have stuck with your first choice. It was
Ulloa.
Yeah, we sold Knockout to Standard Liège from where you bought him back.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you're right. Forgotten about that. Damn you, Standard Liège.
I remember. It's funny because we signed Ulloa from in 2014 for 8 million,
right.
and I'm sure Chris remembers that he had his own song which ended in "he costed fortune." 8 million. How times have changed.
I can remember in my Facebook, in the Leicester Till I Die Facebook group, and somebody talked about a song like I was either that season or the season after, and I went, "Oh, at least it don't do it so it's not as awful as a Damn You Joe song." And the guy that came up with it happened to be in the group. Went, "I'm really sorry." Like, oh God, no.
The thing is, I think in the Great Escape season, he was our top scorer that season. So
he was.
He did a decent job for us. Did you?
Yeah, I met him once at a petrol station. And the only thing I can remember was his girlfriend was really attractive.
Yeah.
You can meet lots of people at petrol stations in the southeast.
Yeah. I wonder what she saw in the multi-million pound footballer.
He was in a mini. He was actually in a mini, believe it or not.
Was he?
Yes.
You're nicking Mrs. Merton quotes, aren't you, Craig?
Exactly. I am indeed, Russell. You're all over it.
That went over my head. Say that again, Craig.
No, I wonder what she saw in the multi-million pound earning footballer Leonardo Ulloa. Okay, question number 7. Who am I? I was born in Bolton in 1969 and started my professional career at Bury. I moved on to Oldham, and during my time there, I went out on loan to Rochdale and Southampton before moving to Charlton in 2011. I signed for Brighton in January 2014, and in 2016, I was sent off in an important last game of the season decider against Middlesbrough, where a win would have seen us promoted to the Premier League. The red card meant I missed the 2-legged playoff semi-final against Sheff Wednesday, which we lost. But I helped the club to promotion the following season before I eventually left in 2020 after making over 200 appearances.
I already had this, I think, in the bag until you started going on about the red card, and then I was very sure, because this is a very painful, utter rip-off that was. It's one of those classic scenarios where a player's injured and it's an innocent challenge, and because he's injured, the referee, in this case Mike Dean, looked at the injury and sent the man off. Crazy. And that man was Dale Stevens.
It is Dale Stevens, quite right.
If only it had VAR then, eh?
Somebody say VAR.
Yeah, and you sold him last season to
Burnley.
Burnley, yeah.
Mm,
If you're watching Dan, how's he doing up there? I haven't seen him play very often.
I think he's not doing much. Is
Nobody plays much at Burnley at the moment. That's why they're doing so badly. Sorry, Dan, if you're watching. Yeah, I don't think he is. I think he's off out tonight, so I don't think we'll see him.
Okay. Question 8. According to Wikipedia, so who knows? Which of these players has made the most appearances for the club? Glenn Murray, Dean Wilkins, or Steve Foster?
I'm pretty sure that Steve Foster would have made more appearances than Glenn Murray. And Dean Wilkins, he was with us for a fairly solid amount of time. Fozzie came back, as of course, famously, which makes things, of course, complicated, which is exactly what you wanted, wasn't it, Craig? You evil man. It's a bit like the Gary Lineker scenario, this, and I know I'm going to get it just as wrong as I did with the Gary Lineker question.
Somebody's worked you out, Craig. You're an evil man.
Oh, he's evil. So I reckon it's between Fozzie and Dean Wilkins. I'm going to go with, it's pretty much a guess from here. I'll go with Fozzie, Steve Foster.
Okay. Glenn Murray also came back for a second stint. Glenn Murray made 287 appearances. Ooh. Steve Foster, 332. Dean Wilkins, 375. So it was Dean Wilkins.
Fair enough.
Yeah, those two times at the club didn't add up, unfortunately.
No.
Question number 9. Brighton played their first game in the new Amex Stadium on the 6th of August 2011 when they defeated Doncaster Rovers 2-1. But who scored both Brighton goals in that historic match?
Well, I can definitely put that one to bed, but probably not as well as the man himself did on the day. It's Will Buckley.
It was Will Buckley, correct. Yeah. Were you there?
I was there, yeah. Historic day, absolutely magnificent. It was one of those August days. Actually, the weather was a bit rubbish, to be honest, which wasn't typical. Yeah. Do you know who scored the first goal in that game? Out of interest, guys, I'll throw one at you. See how you like
for
it.
For Doncaster.
Yeah. Without looking down.
Well, no, I haven't got it written down here, so I'm trying to think who played for Doncaster at the time.
I know my Doncaster Rovers knowledge is slightly less than my Leicester.
Yeah. This way, if you've got good Sheffield United knowledge, you might know this guy.
Right.
He's a seasoned. He's a Yorkshireman through and through. I think he's only ever played for Yorkshire clubs. He's described himself as a fat lad from Yorkshire, I think, at one point.
Billy Sharp?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got a bad injury in that game as well, I think.
Did he? Yeah. Well,
there's no bonus.
There's a good
bonus
points
available, by the way.
Okay, and your final question. Question 10. In the 1996-1997 season, which was Brighton's last season at the old Goldstone ground, they were in danger of being relegated from the Football League. The season ended in a dramatic climax where Brighton played the other team who were in danger of being relegated. Who was the team Brighton drew 1-1 with to preserve their league status, sending their opponents down to the conference?
Well, Craig, I can't get this one wrong. It was a momentous day, agonising day. I wasn't there either, so I was following it remotely, but it was Hereford United.
It was Hereford United, yeah. We had a similar one many years ago. I think we played Oxford in a game where we could have gone down to League One and we won 1-0 and sort of managed to stay up. But yeah, Hereford United it was. Yeah. And
local boy Kerry Mayo scored an own goal to put Hereford ahead.
Yes, he did.
Can you imagine if that had sent us down? It would have been the worst thing of all time. But yes, yeah.
Well, there we go. So let me just do a little bit of adding up here.
Done. And while he's adding up, let's just have a look at some of the answers that were coming in here. There we go. Just go past the hellos. Oh, Rich, hello. I think I presume you've come and gone, but hello. Thanks a lot. Get over and check his channel out. Doug, yeah, he got it right with the Dolphins. Doug's knowledge generally on football scares me, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, that's funny. If he knows the Dolphins answer, that is insane.
Yeah, and Connor from America knew that it was FC Ingolstadt.
Wow.
In fact, not quite right because it was 0-4 at the end, Connor. So can't give you credit for that. I'm sorry.
No.
Nor can I give it to. If you're going to answer a question, you've got to have the answer that's on the card, guys. How the hell did they know that sort of thing? You know, and Connor, who is a Man United fan, I have to say, knew it was Liam Brady.
Good knowledge. There.
Yeah. Brian Kerr was chosen by Doug, which was wrong. Villa was correctly guessed by Doug.
I'm guessing he wasn't correctly guessed as much as correctly answered. I think the man knows everything, doesn't
he? Well, he knew it was Ujoa, as did indeed Connor. Let's have a look here. Dale Stevens, says Doug. And he also he got one wrong. He went he went for Glenn Murray. Terry says Leicester fan. I got 46 points. I also lie. Terry, I know you're a Leicester fan, but I'm going to have to give you the VAR award. You got 46 there. Scores on the doors, Miss Ford.
Yeah. Just before I give you that score, let's give you the sub question that was sitting there waiting for you on Brighton, just in case you still had that lifeline. Right. What is the club's highest ever finishing position in the top flight? So that includes Premier League and the old First Division.
I believe that is maybe not after this season. Who knows? But I believe at the moment it's 13th, isn't it?
It is 13th. Yeah. And we were going on about finishing 12th after we won the league.
Exactly. You see, you never know.
It's all relative. It's all relative. Yeah. But yes, maybe this year, maybe.
Shall we have a look?
Yeah.
Did we say how many points? 35.
35 points. Well done.
35 points. Let's have a look where that puts you on the list. I can't do the leaderboard live because I couldn't be bothered to set it up, if I'm honest with you. But 35 points puts you in 7th place, squeezed between Everton and Arsenal.
That's not too bad. Reasonably happy with that.
It's respectable. Unfortunately, you still didn't get Ankit knocked off the top, which does mean you have to have one of these.
You are the weakest link, goodbye.
That is harsh.
I know, but I like playing it. Do you know
there were a couple of other answers there that you almost talked yourself out of as well. The Ujoa and the Dean Wilkins as well. So
yeah. I should have got those really. I did think say Wilkins, and then I said Foster.
And you need to go and apologise to Liam Brady, who you forgot.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean he was involved in the consortium to take over the club from dodgy owners 2-3 years later. So should have got that. Yeah,
but all round a good effort that was.
I mean, I would have been pleased with 6, to be honest with you. So well done. You're still not forgiven for cheating us out of some points last time we played. But,
it wasn't me.
You are the representative that is here.
Guilty by association.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we do have you in the League Cup coming up.
We do.
Yeah.
Let's hope we don't get to the 93rd minute on a cold night again. I can't be doing with that.
Well, if we knock them out and go on to win it, we'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think there's much chance of that this season, is there?
Yeah, we probably thought that of the FA Cup last season, but who knows? Who
knows? This is why we love football.
You've won it 3 times, haven't you, before the League Cup?
At least.
Yeah, two
Yeah, I think
under
that's
O'Neill,
three, yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, against
And one in the
Tranmere
70.
and against Middlesbrough, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And then early on against Stoke.
Yeah. And you know, Craig, you should not rely on Wikipedia.
Yeah, nor you, Chris, to be fair, but I have to choose one.
No. To be honest with you, I really embarrassingly, I did an interview with, he's an ex-player of ours, Gary Mills.
Yes.
A book out, yes. And I had Wikipedia up on my other screen, and I'd done my one, got it written down and everything. And I went, "Oh, you've played X number of games." He went, "Well, no, it's actually Y." I went, "Oh, okay." And of course, he went on to manage. No, I was assistant manager. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, we know that Wikipedia is dodgy, but come on.
Yeah, I had a similar thing, Chris. I was interviewing Michelle Kuipers, our former goalkeeper from the Noughties, and I started reading up. Well, you played this number of games for the club, and he's going, well. Have you been looking at Wikipedia? I went, yeah. He said it's actually, and it was something like 4 games difference. Bizarrely, I don't know why. Yeah,
it's always embarrassing
when Wikipedia.
When it's an ex-player, it's always embarrassing. But
that's why I didn't go with players that were too close to each other. There was a decent amount of gappage in their appearances.
Yeah. We get letters, people write in, I should do a points of view show. Yes.
Yeah, we should.
Craig's answer was incorrect. But look, Russell, thank you so much. Give a shout out to where people can find you again.
Yeah, so our podcast is called the Brighton Rock Podcast, which is available on all the usual platforms. We're on Twitter as well, at Brighton Rock Pod. I think it's the same address on Instagram, though I don't really bother with that, to be honest. But yeah, Brighton Rock Pod on Twitter. And that's pretty much it.
Brilliant. Well, good luck. It's hard to say good luck for the rest of the season. No, it is nice to see you doing well. As I always say, it's nice to see. Don't mean any disrespect when I say this, because I include Leicester in this. But when you see the smaller clubs do well, it makes such a nice change. It really, really does. Get the sort of the so-called big six, or Sky's favourite six.
Which will be the big seven now. It's the big seven now.
Of course it will be now. They're going to be squirting themselves over that one, aren't they? But I mean, when you say, the best bit about that is, the pundits don't know what to say, do they? They haven't, they can't compute it. Oh, the top six isn't the top six. What's happening?
Yes, yeah. But no, good luck, mate, for the rest of the season, but not in the League Cup. And thanks a lot.
We'll win that.
At least twice more we're going to meet before the end of the season. So thank you very much, mate. Take care. Thanks for coming on.
Cheers, Russell.
Cheers.
Great effort.
Thanks,
See you later.
Bye-bye. 6th. That's not bad at all, was it?
No, it was decent effort. That was, yeah. He did really well on his Brighton questions. Could have easily got a full house there, but
yes.
When you're against the clock, when you've got the gaze of Chris on the back of your neck,
I do need to get a timer so it's fair, because I do think that sometimes they get longer than others, and I must remember to stop butting in.
and give me the answers.
Yeah. I just didn't think.
You're just getting involved, Chris. It's understandable.
I am. Otherwise, I have nothing to do on this show, because it's all you and not me, and it can't have that.
No, we can't have that.
No. Terry says, "Okay, lads, good show. Bye, and well done, Brighton, to the League Cup."
Cheers, Terry.
Yeah. Quickly, while we're on Newcastle, I mean, richer than Man City now, allegedly.
I mean, from what I saw, I think they reckon Man City's owner is worth something like 28 billion, and these guys are worth 320 billion or so. He just blows everyone else out of the water instantly. So, maybe they'll be fair to the away fans and move them down by the side of the pitch instead of up in the gods.
Well,
maybe that'll be one of the first actions. But
I've never been, but when I don't think I could go because I get vertigo. So I think
it's the worst experience for an away fan. But fair play to them. I mean, the Geordies have been crying for a long time. But
I was going to say, you can't. You don't know what's going to develop. And as I said on a tweet earlier, the owners, they could be the new Leicester City, if you like, or they could be the new Blackburn Rovers, depending how it goes.
It doesn't guarantee anything. I mean, I think the Everton owners are very wealthy, and they've been in there for sort of 3, 4, 5 seasons now, and it's not really turned them into anything. So it depends. No. They've probably got more than enough money to make plenty of mistakes.
And I have a quiz question for you.
Oh, dearie me.
The new owners of Newcastle United have not been in the job yet 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Which manager have they been linked with?
Oh. Well, surely not Brendan.
I'm surprised it took Sky that long. Yes, apparently Brendan is. If I was, I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I was Steve Bruce, I would at the moment be sweating like a fully clothed man in a sauna. But
he'll get a good payoff, though, won't he? He'll get a good payoff, and he'll end up back in the Championship somewhere. So
yeah, he will. He will. Are they still
I always
paying
think it's a little bit unfair, because a manager like that who's never had really the backing of millions of pounds of transfer money gets kicked out, and then the new guy gets all the money he wants. It's not comparing like for like, but I can't see him being there that long. It'd just be interesting to see who they get. I'm sure Sven-Göran Eriksson's been on the phone to them.
Yeah, I'm sure, as long as Brendan hasn't. I saw there was an interview, it was a few years ago, but it's obviously resurfaced now, that Sky did actually with Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
And it says, he said, yes, I am a rich man, but it's all like wallpaper money because it's all shares in Sports Direct.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, I haven't got that. But anyway, well done to the Newcastle fans. Like I say, you've had 14 years. Well, maybe not 14 years, because I don't exactly remember you crying when he took you over. And there have been purchases of clubs that have been a lot worse than Mike Ashley. Let's be honest with you. Doncaster Rovers, Blackburn Rovers spring to mind. So, but you deserve a bit of good luck. So, and it doesn't guarantee you success, but they're already talking about players and managers that they're going to go out and buy. But they did actually say that it is going to, in fact, it was Simon Jordan, I think, on Talk Sport was saying it's going to completely inflate the transfer market.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Yeah, because it is, London and Manchester. It's bright lights, and both, but Newcastle, so they are going to have to pay him more and what have you for it. But maybe they'll take Hamza Chowdhury off us now.
You never know. He must be kicking himself that move didn't go through. But, they may even try a couple of marquee signings, a sort of Ibrahimovic for a year or something, that kind of thing, I
think they will, just to get on side. Yes, yes, you're quite right. Brilliant. I will speak to you in a few minutes, sir.
Yep.
But as always, an amazing job with the questions. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You are so good. And if anybody's watching, hi, Nippon, you just popped in there. If anybody is watching, and you're not on the league table, because we want to try and go through all the clubs, especially if you're a Newcastle fan, but it's kind of busy, I think, the Newcastle fans at the moment. But anybody who we've not featured yet and you want to come on, Norwich have let us down a couple of times, so we might give Norwich a miss. But any other team, you want to come on, or a fan of a Watford or somebody like that that's not been on already, give them a nudge. We'd love to have them on, and it will give Craig some different questions to pose. Great. Thank you very much, mate.
You're welcome.
Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. Cheers. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Oh, thanks to Craig there. Does a great job with these quizzes. He really, really does. When are we back? 9 o'clock next week on Tuesday. And we're back with X on the pitch. So Julian will be back with us. Julian Watts, ex-player. And we'll be discussing all things football and looking at it from a professional's point of view, which, believe you me, is totally different to ours. Have a great weekend. If you really want to watch England play Andorra, get a life. Good night.
That's all, folks.
Hello, Matt Elliott here. Be sure to watch Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. and follow all them social media platforms for the latest updates and news on Leicester City.
I'll be back.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.